Hi, I'm Bailee,
And I'm Tadyn.
and this is the Mitchell Held podcast. Today we'll be talking about animals and how they will be affecting our mental health and our overall social life.
So do you have pets at home?
I do have pets at home. I have 3 dogs, 2 cats, 9 chickens, and a goose. While I don't really cuddle with my chickens and my goose, my dogs and my cats are really close to me. I have a pit bull, a golden retriever, a party Yorkie, and 2 cats. And one of the cats is technically my cat, and he's honestly my best friend, and I love going home and seeing him.
Oh, that's sweet.
Do you have any pets at home?
I have 2, one dog, and her name is Lola Peach, and she's a puggle, so she loves to snuggle, and she's a little fatty. And I have a cat that's technically my cat, and her name is Kabuki, and we rescued her from a barn, and I love them both very much. It's really hard to be away all the time from them. How do you feel being away from your pets?
I feel the same way. Me and my pets are super close, and I would always go out and play with my pets, especially during quarantine. When both my dogs were still puppies, I would go out and play with them, and I would honestly just spend all day, every day with either my dogs or my cats, and they'd be in my room with me while I was doing homework. And it's just harder being away and like dealing with a bunch of stress from school. How do you feel being away? How do you feel when you go home and see them?
Oh my gosh, I love going home and seeing my pets. Going home and having somebody be that excited to see you, and like my dog like cries and whines and like she wants to see me so bad, and it just makes me feel so happy and like loved in that moment. Like nobody else is that excited to see me as she is.
Yeah, I understand fully. My dog, Gus, he does the same thing. Like, when I walk through the door, he will just spin in circles for, like, 10 minutes and just whine. And then he does this thing where he takes his mouth and, like, kind of, like, holds your hand, like, with his mouth. And it's literally the cutest thing ever. And then my little party Yorkie, he's about, like, a third of the size of both my dogs. Like, my cats are bigger than him, and he will try to get in the front, and then he just gets pushed back, so then you have to like pick him up, but then he's just psycho, and then he almost falls, and
Oh my.
it's the best.
Cute.
So how do you think our animals help us cope with stress through school or just through like our overall daily life?
I think my dog really helps me with stress, like in school when I go home. She will literally sit on my lap, like, while I'm in my classes in the morning. Like, she sits on my lap while I do my homework, while I'm in class, and it's just, like, it feels so good to have, like, the support, almost, of her, like, sitting there and going through all of that with me. Like, I feel like I'm not alone, and I feel like I will get things done because I don't want to get up because she's laying on me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what my cat does, too. Like, especially if I have to read a book for class, and I'll just be kind of sitting in my bed and reading my book, and I'll have like one dog like laying on my legs, and the same thing, like I don't want to get up and like disturb them, and then I'll have like my cat laying with me too, and I'll just be sitting there, and they just make me feel a lot more calm and more stress free. And if I'm having like a harder time, like I like knowing I have a companion there that I can pet and just kind of like calm myself down if I'm starting to get too stressed about it.
Yeah, I agree. How do you think animals help the disabled?
So pets helping the disabled, there's a bunch of different pets that you can have. The most common one, I believe, is dogs. And dogs really help because they can be trained to sense if you're about to have a seizure, or sense that like your blood sugar's low. And then there's also seeing eye dogs, where they learn like the street signals and stop signs and things like that. And I think it's really amazing how this animal can learn everything that a human does because they aren't able to do it themselves. And also the fact that there's some animals that if someone is paraplegic, they will go and get things for them and things like that. And I just think that's super cool that we're able to train dogs to do things that we as humans can't do if we have a disability.
Yeah, that is amazing.
So how do you feel about emotional support animals in college?
I think it is a genius idea if you have a pet that is like just really nice and gentle and helps you de-stress, to have that in college, because college is so stressful, from the homework, the busy schedule, trying to balance your classes and your social life, and if you have a job, like it's a lot of work and it takes a lot to get through that. Like it's really trying on your mental health, And I think that having a companion and having somebody to come home to every day and having somebody rely on you almost for like food and water, and it just makes you feel more like grounded and feel like you're okay. It's just a really smart thing, I think, to have an emotional support animal in college, because I feel amazing even when I go home just to see my dog and my cat. Like, they make me feel great for the couple of days that I'm home even. So I can't imagine, like, how great I would feel if I had them living with me.
Yeah, I totally agree. If I could have my cat living with me right now, I would probably be the happiest person on campus.
For real. I feel like I would be a lot less stressed out and, like, manic at times.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming to our podcast, and we'll hopefully see you next time.
Bye.